Big accident. Central and Indian School still closed 12 hours after that truck slammed into that train, knocking it right off the rails.
Yeah, you can still see a ton of debris there. The driver of the truck was pronounced dead, and several passengers were hurt in that crash. 12 News journalist William Pitts is live at Central and Indian School Road, where crews worked all day, even beyond 12 hours, to move that train. William, where do we stand?
Yeah, we're getting toward the end of this closure, we think, because the train has moved a good, 100 feet or so. It's actually rolling fairly well. They're starting to put all the finishing touches on this thing. They're actually pushing it, or they were pushing it one way to kind of get it out of the intersection and into where it is now. Lots of cleanup left. You can see there are still rail maintenance trucks all over the place. There's Phoenix PD, there's Valley Metro. There's a lot of people, probably 40 people from Valley Metro all over this area. And once they get this train out, then that's when the cleanup has to start. But just a little while ago, police identified the driver who hit this train and caused it to derail as 28-year-old Mario Dircio-Castrejon. They say he ran the red light this morning and hit that train.
I heard a loud bang. I turned around, and that's when I seen the light rail being derailed off the tracks.
It was 5 a.m. The train was headed south into downtown. Lance Wiley was nearby when a white truck slammed into the side of the train.
I hurried up and ran over there, and I seen people climbing out. I think somebody kicked the door open and got up out of there and started helping people out of it. And it was just crazy. It just happened so fast.
Phoenix police say 4 people in the train were taken to the hospital. Several more are treated at the scene. The driver of this white truck died in the crash. Now investigators have to figure out what happened and why the driver hit the train so hard it derailed.
It just keep going, and this car's going fast all day long. It's like a speedway right here.
But for most of the day, Central and Indian School was shut down as investigators processed the scene and Valley Metro inspected the damage.
If there's a word beyond totaled, I'd say we're there.
Hours later, the train still sitting on the tracks. The side of the train crumpled, glass shattered, debris on the road. Bystanders wondering what's next.
My main interest is how they're going to get the train off the track or off the sidewalk.
Valley Metro says there was damage to a pole that holds up the electrical lines that power the train, but by Tuesday afternoon, the train was back on the tracks.
For God's sakes, nothing is that important that you have to give your life up to try to get there on time.
Now, that train was the most important thing to kind of get that back on the tracks and get it moving. The pole that holds up the electrical lines is still down. It's actually still over there waiting to be picked up. But crews are obviously trying to get this train moved so that they can start to find out if there's any damage, how much damage there is to the tracks, to anything else in this area. We talked to Valley Metro earlier this afternoon. They said they are still working on getting service back up and running. They really can't tell how long it will take to get it back up and running. And really, we have no way of knowing exactly how long it's going to take to reopen the intersection at Central and Indian School. There's still a lot of work to do, and you can see that train is not rolling at the moment, even though it can. There's still a lot of cleanup to do and still a lot of things to do out here before they can open up this intersection and get that light rail line still rolling again. We're live in Phoenix. William Pitts, 12 News.
Yeah, and it's probably good that we're kind of in a holiday mode. I'm sure a lot of people the kids are out of school and things because, so what's happening now, Will, is people are being bussed. The line is running, because that's a big line, but then they're being bussed from the unaffected platform to the other unaffected platform, like around this accident.
Yeah, the entire thing is not shut down. I mean, it's a very long line. Obviously, it goes into downtown, goes off toward I-17.
Right.
So yeah, this one section is shut down. So they have buses that are running as shuttles that are taking from the last open platform to the first open platform and kind of doing an end run around this accident. Obviously, that takes a lot of time, a lot longer than it would to just ride a light rail. But until this is back up, that's kind of what they're going to do.
Yeah, and probably a good idea for people if you use this, because a lot of people are going to work tomorrow, because it's a New Year's Eve. You might want to make, give yourself a few extra minutes if you take the light rail through this area. All right, Will, thank you.